It is a beautiful day to be at Universal and an even better day for a park update video. Bonjour, je m'appelle Vincent. Bienvenue sur ma chaîne. Wachao. That was my French Google Translate attempt to say, hey, it's me, Vincent. Welcome back to my channel. Wachao. I'm here at the parks doing a Universal update video because I haven't done one of these in a while, and though there is not too much like regular park news to talk about, there's going to be a big focus on Halloween Horror Nights in this video. There are some little things that I thought would be worth mentioning, worth bringing up if you haven't been to the parks and you kind of want to know what's going on. Am I filming this in the park, or am I actually in Paris? The Eiffel Tower is behind me. I'm actually just filming this in the park. You see, for the Olympics that are going on in Paris, Universal has had a sort of temporary setup here, a little party zone where they've been live streaming the Olympics on the big screens behind me over here in Rip Ride Rockit. I'm filming this on one of like the last days of the Olympics. This isn't gonna be going on when you're here, but if you were curious what Universal did during the Olympic time, it's this. They also have a food stand that sells Olympic food. I think Jackie from Super Enthused got that food on camera, so go check her video out if you were really interested in seeing the Olympic food that they sell here during this time of year. But I'm actually kind of here for something else. There's a roller coaster here at Universal Studios that I think a lot of people enjoy, Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. You see, this is a big roller coaster here at the park. Personally, it's not my favorite roller coaster, but I do think it's fun. The music element makes it a blast. And something that a lot of people love about this roller coaster too is it actually films you while you're on the roller coaster. So if you're sitting in the front row and you get this like really awesome reaction of your like mom freaking out on the ride, you got a really great video there. But see, the problem is for the longest time, they've had the video for sale, but they've burned it on a DVD, which is kind of lame. Nobody really uses DVDs anymore. So now instead, you can get the video emailed to you. So what I actually want to do today is ride Rip Ride Rockit so I can get an on-ride video and show you guys what it looks like. Because I think we've all seen the video like at the photo booth, but has anyone ever actually bought the video? I don't know, it's gonna be me. I'll put it in this video so you can see what it looks like, see if it's gonna be worth your money. Rip Ride Rockit is getting ready to open now. I think they open with a delay, so I've gotta get in line and go ride Rip Ride Rockit. All right, so I just got off the ride. I look so tiny. It's because I have the camera on a higher ledge. So I'm kind of like talking up at you guys. But I just got off Rip Ride Rockit. I looked over the video, I just got it on my email, and it is super corny, super silly. I look like an idiot riding the roller coaster. Not as cool as I felt riding while I had Kendrick Lamar's Humble playing. But it is a fun video to get, and this is a better alternative to the DVD. Now, I did pay $37 for this video for your viewing pleasure, so please enjoy my ride through of Hollywood Rip Ride Rockits.
Rip Ride Rockit.
Yeah, it's it's a little silly, and the camera quality, as someone who is very big on their cameras, is nothing to write home about, but it is a fun little video if you want a fun, unique souvenir, if you're getting grandma on her first roller coaster or something like that. This is gonna be a really great memory to have. I love on-ride footage like this. I think more rides should do it. Rip Ride Rockit, You can get it on an email now for $37. A little pricey, but how much are your memories worth? Huh? Watch out. This here's a stick up. Give me your money. No, I'm just kidding. But I think if you were to film a mugging scene here in the park, Sting Alley would probably be the place to do it. This area has actually been closed off for a couple months now because of the extensive construction that has been going on with the Cinesational show. There are some buildings down by the water. That whole road's been blocked off, and as an extension of that, this has been closed off as well. It's a really popular place for pictures, really cool spot to walk through and feel immersed in the New York City streets here in New York. There's actually a little bit more going on in New York as well. We're gonna start diving into Halloween Horror Nights updates, and we are starting to get our first big set pieces for this area of the park. It's gonna be the Torture Fair. Now, Universal does this thing where they'll build things that are obvious as to what it is, but they won't like announce what it is. So even though we don't officially know where all the scare zones and haunted houses are gonna be this year, there is a giant stage that says the Torture Fair here in New York. So we can assume that that is going to be the Torture Fair, right? So this year actually seems to have a new set of icons, which is very exciting. We have Sinister and Surreal, and they're kind of spelled like early 2000s Leet speak. They both got a 3 in their name, and that is because this is the 33rd year of Halloween Horror Nights. Ooh, and Sinister is gonna be in charge of this area of the park, and then Surreal is going to be with the Demon Queens in an area that we have yet to see any sort of decorations for. I'm going to go around the park today and kind of highlight all the different scare zone constructions that have been going on. Everything isn't out yet. Some scare zones look more finished than others. There's not really much going on here in the New York section of the park. We've got 2 big set pieces, some lights that are hanging up above, and that's about it. The line for the Revenge of the Mummy has been extended outdoors. That's how you know they are getting ready for the tribute store. It's always the most popular tribute store, therefore it needs the most space. It makes sense to build it here, and they're getting that ready now. We don't know what it's gonna be themed to, but if I were a betting man, it would probably be related to something that is in the Sahara Traders gift shop right now. They're currently hinting at some sort of brand new exhibit at the Museum of Antiquities, the wonders of the ancient garden, and there's this evil red-eyed glowing bat statue that's being showcased on the poster. I think that that is probably what we are gonna get in this scare zone. It's gonna be like you're going through some sort of museum, kind of like Deadly Exhibits. Just the way I understand like Universal theme park operations and politics is that all of that stuff that's done by the merchandise team, those guys cannot hint at anything actually coming to like Halloween Horror Nights. You know what I mean? They can like wink and sort of suggest what their next tribute store is gonna be. I think people may see that and go, oh, this is Halloween Horror Nights related. Oh, is this gonna be like a haunted house or a scare zone? Like, no, I think it's gonna be more related to the shop, which is still really cool. They go all out for those tribute stores, and the Halloween ones are always the best version of it. So I am excited to see it in person when that time comes. Let's head over to the San Francisco area of the park because there's a lot of updates going on over there. They have what seems to be have finished the Welcome to Blumhouse scare zone. Let's go check it out. I do want to dive into a little behind the scenes before I continue with this video. You might have noticed recent videos, I've been able to step away and talk like this and open and stuff like that. I've been using this small camera that's really great for vlogging. It's the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I think a lot of other people are using this as well. This is a really nifty tool for theme park vlogging. It's something I would totally recommend getting if you like making videos or you want to start making videos. I've also got a little lavalier setup as well where I can talk and kind of be at a distance and just speak at a normal volume. I don't have to like, hello everybody, and do that even though I'm farther away from the camera. Just if you're curious how I was doing all this cool stuff. It's also really small, allows me to put it in little weird places like that to get these kind of fun angles where you still get me talking, but you get the beautiful park all around me, which is really what you're watching this video for. Here in San Francisco is where the Welcome to the Blumhouse scare zone is going to be. Now, out in the street, there are some really big set pieces and a lot of really obvious stuff related to the Blumhouse, but I don't think it's finished quite yet. We know that Megan from Megan, the grabber from the Black Phone, the killer from Freaky Friday, and like people from The Purge are gonna be in this scare zone. We don't know about any other Blumhouse movies. I'm sorry, I don't know if Five Nights at Freddy's or not is going to be in this scare zone, which I think it should, or it should have its own house. Like the fact that there's no Five Nights at Freddy's house this year is crazy to me, and I really hope that they're trying to figure something out for next year. But if they're not, you've got the Blumhouse Scare Zone here. It's really easy for Universal to make it because they have a great partnership with them. They distribute the films. And I don't know if you knew this, but Blumhouse was actually founded in San Francisco. Okay, I made that up. But this is a really fun area for this scare zone. I'm expecting a lot of photo ops. There's tons of stages all around. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Like, there'll be some scaring, but people want to take pictures with Megan. Maybe they'll have the Megans come out here and do the dance like they did last year. I remember that being such a big deal. Like, why wouldn't you do it again and also have it in one place where people can just see it happen all the time? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a great idea. So I'm curious to see some more set pieces come up. There's some props from all the different movies, including the iconic black phone, like the mascot's headpiece from Freaky. There's a blue wreath that I think is related to The Purge. Something that we don't know is coming back or not is the Peacock Lounge. This is where it was last year. This was a sort of bar tied into Peacock and like, hey, go watch Chucky and Saturday Night Live and this and that. People got drinks here a lot. This is also where the very funny, very hilarious David S. Pumpkins character was. It was this guy who was here and he could only say like 4 or 5 things. A really crazy character, but people loved him. I wonder if they did the Peacock Lounge, like, would they try to do something different or would they just do it again and bring back someone like David Pumpkins? I think it was fun. I love having those kind of not scary characters around. Right across the way is Diagon Alley. There is stuff happening over there as well. They are getting ready to bring back the Death Eaters based off of different set pieces put around the land. I thought the Death Eaters was so much fun, and as much as I liked them in Hogsmeade, it was very, very cool to see them here in Diagon Alley. They were a big hit. This area was so much busier because of those characters. And also too, if you were someone who really wanted to see the Death Eaters, if you came to Diagon Alley right at the start of the day, you would get the Death Eaters to yourself, and nobody was here. It was really, really cool. Death Eaters are more than likely coming back. Peacock Lounge, hard to say. Blumhouse construction, still going strong. Hoping to see a few more props in this area. So I'm filming this video in August, and for those of you who have been in the parks around this time of year, you know that it is very, very warm. I think August is one of the hottest months of the year here in Florida. So I think it is super important when you're coming to the parks, whether you're doing a video like me or you're just here as a guest, it is so important to have a sit-down indoor meal. Like, get in the AC, sit down, drink a nice refreshing Coke Zero. And today I decided to do an early lunch here at Lombard's Landing in the San Francisco area of the park. It's actually a place I've been to once or twice, kind of randomly. I've never actually documented it on video. I have to admit, I'm not like the biggest seafood person. So I ordered a grilled chicken sandwich, the Sausalito grilled chicken sandwich, which apparently is very, very good, very tasty. I've always liked the building. It looks super cool on the outside, and the inside is really great too. This restaurant actually has 2 different levels, and there's an aquarium on the first floor. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna take a little break before I keep on going throughout the rest of the park, and I'm gonna have myself a nice chicken sandwich indoors at Lombard's Landing. So hope it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, food has arrived. This is the Sausalito grilled chicken sandwich. You've got some mozzarella grilled chicken. I believe this is a tomato pesto, or that's a tomato pesto there. And this is a bacon jam, super sweet, super savory, and of course, some French fries with some ketchup right down over there. Grilled chicken is super savory, super crispy. And then you've got this like bacon jam on top of it that makes it like a good mix of savory and sweet with really nice mozzarella, this like tomato pesto. This is a really, really good chicken sandwich. I think, I don't know how many chicken sandwiches I've had in the park, but I would say this is one of my favorites. Even if you come to Lombard's and you're not a big seafood person, I think you can get this chicken sandwich like I did and have a good time. And while we're still on the discussion of food, I've got to bring it back to Halloween Horror Nights. They are starting to set up the food booths all around the park, and while we don't know the menus yet, food has increasingly become more and more important to the Halloween Horror Nights experience. Like, yes, we love the haunted houses, but we also love all the themed food and all the amazing offerings that come out every year. Rest in peace, that Leatherface cherry pie. We miss you so much. Please come back. What's really cool about this year's food booths, all the ones that are currently out right now, is that they are super detailed, super well done. I would say that these are probably some of the best themed food booths they have put out ever. There are some really great ones in the New York area themed to Ghostbusters. One is like a Frozen building, and then the other one's Ivan's Deli, which Ivan is actually the name of Ivan Reitman, who is the director of the very first Ghostbusters film. Behind me over here in the World Expo area of the park is one that looks like a castle. Obviously, it's going to be themed to like the monsters or just kind of your traditional Halloween vibe. And even in the Hollywood area, they just put one up that's probably going to be tied to the Monsters of Latin America haunted house. Love me the Halloween Horror Nights food. Last year, they did a Taste of Terror event where you could go pay to like sample some of the food offerings this year. I wasn't super in love with the event. I didn't like the idea of having to pay however much money just to have the food and not really experience anything else from Halloween Horror Nights. So I'm excited for this premium night, which is more expensive than that, but free unlimited food is going to be part of it as well. So be on the lookout for that, because we're definitely gonna be getting tons of samples. Now, my last little bit of Halloween Horror Nights updates that I have for you today is regarding this scare zone behind me, which in my opinion looks to be pretty much complete. Now, we don't know where all the scare zones are gonna be this year officially. There's been no map. I've said it 100 times in the video, but if I were a betting man, this would probably be the Swamp of the Undead scare zone, right? These Central Park scare zones are always very, very nice. They're always filled with tons of details and little things to look at. They also look beautiful at night. This one, I think, is going to be awesome. There are fun stuff to see during the day already. They have these sunken boats with these mirrors that look like pools. There's this cute little turtle guy. I love him. He's hanging out there. I hope he stays the entire event. No one tries to rip him off his dock. And they've got some alligators as well that are covered up with a tarp, which is universal for whatever these alligators are chewing on is too scary for kids to see during the daytime. So we've covered it up, and you'll just have to wait and see for the actual event. The Swamp of the Undead scare zone seems to be pretty much done. They can put a little bow on that. Unless there's more, I'm always happy to see some more. I look forward to seeing the rest of the scare zones take shape before the event starts at the end of August. Well, my friends, that's our show. That is all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this pseudo park update, mostly Halloween Horror Nights related. Tried to throw in some extra fun stuff in there before the fog completely takes over. But apart from that, that's really all I've got. Thank you guys for watching another Vincent Vision. I hope you had fun having fun with me. Please, if you want to support me and you're looking for more Universal videos like this one, hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that good stuff. I can do that now. If you're looking to support me a little extra further, please consider joining my Patreon like these wonderful people. $5 a month goes towards helping me make better videos in the future, and you get your name on here, like Justin Muniz. Love that guy. Thank you guys for watching another Vincent Vision, and I'll see you later. I'm gonna go back into the park. Ta-da, ta-da-da-da-da. Oh wow, there's like nobody here. This is how you want it, when there's like nobody here in the thing. Oh wow, okay. Huh. Bye-bye, guys.
Wow.